The Trinamool Congress released its election manifesto today, just 2 days before the first phase of elections begin on the 19th. And the manifesto had 10 promises, which include increased income for labourers, implementation of the Swaminathan Commission recommendations. Remember, that is something farmers had been demanding. Also, an assurance that there will be no Citizenship Amendment Act, National Register of Citizens and Uniform Civil Code in Bengal. So 10 promises which include no NRC, no CAA and no UCC in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee promising this in the party manifesto. Well, for a reaction to that, we're joined on the phone line by CAA Ghosh, spokesperson and media in charge of the BJP in West Bengal. Your reaction to this, the 10 points in the manifesto, which which proclaim that there will be no CAA, NRC in West Bengal or the Uniform Civil Code.
Firstly, essentially, the citizenship is a central subject. It's a decision taken by the central government. So, Mamata Banerjee, she likes it or not, her party, whether likes it or not, CAA has already made into an act. It is a law. And for the benefit of thousands of immigrants, thousands of people, refugees who have come across Bangladesh to West Bengal in order to save their lives, in order to save their religion, their own respect of women, it's going to give respite to them. On the other hand, Mamata Banerjee, she sides with the infiltrators, mainly the Rohingyas, because the Rohingyas form the core vote bank for Mamata Banerjee. Without Rohingyas, Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress would be nowhere. And I repeat, nowhere. First point. Second point is, Gargi, I was just going through the 10 points which you mentioned. I was looking for the 11th point, which is stop corruption. Why haven't Mamata Banerjee spoken a word about corruption? Because she knows that currently 4 of her MLAs, including 2 ministers and cabinet ministers, they have been lodged in jail. All of them accused in several thousand crores worth scam. So Mamata Banerjee, neither she...
I don't want to talk about that right now because I don't have anyone from the Trinamool Congress, but essentially about this CAA, NRC, this is something the opposition have claimed are discriminatory against, Muslims, and time and again, this is not something new. This is something Mamata Banerjee has said again and again regarding NRC, CAA and the Uniform Civil Code, which are promises that the BJP has made.
So this is self-contradictory, Gargi. First, she says that there shouldn't be any discrimination. Very good, fine, by going by her logic. So that is the reason UCC will be implemented, so that there is discrimination. So you can't self-contradict. Mamata Banerjee, either she takes one stand A or stand B. She wants the best of both worlds. She wants everything which is going to favor or her 4-way voters, which means she calls them Dudhel Gai, milking cows. She has mentioned them as milking cows. She has reduced the minorities to nothing less than voters. Nothing, no benefits for them, no education, no jobs, nothing for them. Only for votes, mere votes. And now the minority, even she has realized that minorities have woken up. They have realized, and in neighboring states, when they see that under BJP rule, there has been no discrimination. The minority or the majority of the society, all of them are getting benefited equally. Wherein over here, Mamata Banerjee keeps on dividing the society on the basis of religion, on the basis of fear-mongering.
All right, another interesting promise has been the MSP, guarantees to be given to farmers. And this is something that farmer groups have been protesting about and demanding from the BJP.
Very good question, Gargi. Now, coming back to the farmers' welfare, who has thought about the farmers other than Narendra Modi ji? Narendra Modi ji, due to his Kisan Samman Nidhi, Mamata Banerjee stopped the scheme for a couple of years. It was only after 2019 when she saw that Modi ji came back into power for the second time, she was kind of content, and that too. Out of the 90 lakh odd farmers of West Bengal, she has given a list of mere 35 to 40 lakh, depriving the majority of the farmers. She doesn't want the farmers to get benefited, A. And B is, there has been an RTI regarding how many farmer suicides have taken place in Bengal. The shocking revelation is only from one district in the financial year 2021, only from one district, that's Midnapur, 121 farmers have committed suicide in West Bengal. Because Mamata Banerjee, she has been unable to provide them any respite, any relief. There has been no cold storage. The middlemen, they are controlling the entire system. So
all right, again, I don't have anyone from the
Manifesto,
Trinamool Congress, but thank you so much, K.R. Ghosh, for joining us and, reacting to the release of the Trinamool Manifesto there. Well, let's go across to Saurabh now for more. And Saurabh, 10 promises are made in this manifesto that was released just a short while ago. Also, Mamata Banerjee wasn't there. She's campaigning in Assam. But take us through, the promises that have been made.
Well, these are the core issues that the Trinamool has been fighting this election on. And Derek O'Brien at the outset of this announcement of the manifesto said that this is not a TMC manifesto for, the state, but it is something that the TMC will work towards with the India Alliance if there is an India Alliance government elected at the centre after the election. So they're very clear that this is not something that the TMC will unilaterally implement, but also that this will be part of the program that if at all an India Alliance government comes to power, then they will do it together. Now, what are these things that they're focusing on? These are largely Bengal-related issues, but they do have some sort of resonance outside the state as well, because some of these schemes are being implemented in some other format or in other names in some of the other states as well. For example, 100 days guarantees of jobs, something that is an issue in Bengal because the centre has withheld money, saying that there has been corruption, etc. The Trinamool says the jobs are guaranteed, we have to pay them. And it's paying out of the state funds right now for the 100-day job guarantee scheme. That's one. Then you have, security for everyone, including the old age pension for elderly people above 60 years will be hiked to 1,000 per month, 12,000 annually. Also, you have a 5 kg of free ration. Rice, wheat and grains will be provided to every ration card holder every month. Ration will be delivered free of cost at the doorstep. Now, these are schemes that are already, in Bengal, there are minor tweaks or perhaps hikes that have been announced. And the important thing is all BPL families to be provided 10 LPG cylinders free of cost in a year for environmental friendly practices. Now, the centre already has its Ujjwala Yojana. But one of the complaints of the Ujjwala Yojana, one of the things has been that the refill of the cylinders becomes sometimes unaffordable for some of the families who've received these connections, even at the highly subsidized rates. And therefore, the Trinamool is saying 10 free gas cylinders every year for BPL families. Then you have, again, housing is something that the Trinamool has brought up. Then the important thing, and again, this I think has nationwide repercussions, nationwide resonance, is that as per the recommendations of the Swaminathan Commission, MSP will be legally guaranteed to India's farmers, set at least 50% higher than the average cost of the production of all crops. So this is very important. This is something that they are saying based on the Swaminathan Committee. Then you also have the other thing is that, petrol, etc. But the key thing that in the press conference that they also announced was that CAA, NRC won't be implemented. So now that the CAA has become a law, if at all the India Alliance and the Trinamool Congress can cobble up the numbers after the elections,
right,
they will, in a sense, have to repeal it. So yes, the understanding from it is, though they don't use the word repeal, the understanding is that when they mean no implementation, they could either put it on hold or they could repeal it.
Right, and just a small point there, sort of, it's interesting that they're talking about if the India Alliance comes to power and how they'll work together, and we all know, but in Bengal, Mamata Banerjee is fighting it all by herself. There is no India Alliance per se.
Absolutely, and Mamata Banerjee reiterated that in Assam as well today when she said the Trinamool will provide the India Alliance leadership. In a sense, she's already sending a message that the Trinamool, if at all there is the India Alliance has the numbers, then the Trinamool would be a leadership role. So that is something that she's very clear on, and she said this in Bengal, there is no alliance. In fact, today in Assam, when she was campaigning for the TMC candidate in Silchar, she repeated the same thing, that the alliance means Trinamool Congress in Bengal, because the Congress and the CPM are fighting separately, and she alleges that they are helping the BJP.